I don't really have anybody for like buying now. I didn't look at the playoff schedules of everybody or like where it would be. Well, that's always a good thing to look at.
Who you thinking about getting rid of?
I got a few people. I think it's time, if you haven't gotten rid of Rachaad White, I think it's a good time to get rid of him because he's still getting points. But you can clearly see that they're going,
phasing him out.
Yeah. So do you want Rachaad White?
Why don't I listen to the rest of this first?
No,
I'll let you know.
I don't think there's much else you really need to say. It's just easy to see that he's phasing out. And I think another person that's in the same boat is unfortunately, I think James Cook is kind of looking like that, where maybe he's not. It hasn't started to phase out, but like Ray Davis is running.
Ray Davis is legit. I'm not gonna lie.
He's running really
James
well.
Cook is clearly a good running back.
Yeah.
I mean, in fantasy, he's been killing it. Easy top 6 guy this season.
Yeah.
Scores way more touchdowns than anybody could have predicted.
But I'm just a little afraid that he's gonna get phased out the same way Rachaad White was. Started to get that at the beginning of the season.
I could see it becoming much more of a split in Buffalo.
Yeah.
And I do agree that not only do I think Rachaad White is starting to get phased out a little bit, or at least his role lessened. They're not putting so much of the workload on him because they have 3 talented backs.
Yeah.
I think he looks kind of the least talented of the 3 now.
Yeah.
Sean Tucker has looked nothing but good in my opinion, and Bucky Irving is one of the more explosive running backs I've watched this season, honestly, especially from the rookie class.
Yeah, I think it's kind of coming into that point to where he's good, but he's not he's not going to be like that really good guy to make a crazy player.
Last year, the stats he put up last year basically is not really reflective of how good he is.
He just
his stats, all the carries.
His stats last year were not even that good. It was catches, and I would even say like this year. He should be fine because he's still getting that catching role. He's starting to get phased out of that too. You see Bucky Irving getting a lot of those catches that he's normally getting.
The running back should be in line for a lot of targets the rest of the season. It's tough to say, like you said, going into the year, I would have said Rachaad White will be the only running back to catch a single pass on the entire roster because that's pretty much what happened last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Bucky's been so dynamic. Sean Tucker's looked good in limited time.
Yeah.
So them not having the receivers there, I mean, the tight ends and running backs have. I mean, we watched it last night against the Chiefs. They took the Chiefs to overtime without their top 3 wide receivers.
Yeah, and that's another thing is all the people that they wanted to trade Baker because all of his receivers are going down. The dude's still doing it. Yeah, I don't think it's going to matter in this offense.
He looks great.
Yeah,
he really does look great. Super happy for him. Not super happy for me that benched him for Joe Flacco this week, but that's rough. That's rough.
Speaking of Joe Flacco.
Oh,
did you have him on your list or did you have him?
I was joking. Yeah.